Hi, Tony.
Right, so, yeah, I think I've just about got the hang of the mirrors.
Yeah, good. You did very well, actually. Oh, she needs to come in.
No, just carry on.
You did very well with the mirrors. I was very pleased with the way you picked them up. Just a few things we had to iron out, but by the end of it, I felt you'd picked up the reason why we check our mirrors and which order we check our mirrors. So now we're at site. We're going to I'm going to give you a briefing on the emergency stop.
All right.
Why would we do an emergency stop? Silly question, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Right, I'll just move you along there a bit. That's a question that every trainer seems to teach a PDI to ask you. And I'll tell you now, you're always going to get the same two answers, yeah? Oh, if the car in front of me stops, and then you're going to tell me I should be studying for my theory, and I should be driving at a safe distance, yeah? And then I'm going to give you the other rubbish answer. If a car pulls out of a junction in front of me, and then you're going to tell me off for that because I should be anticipating that and I should be making eye contact, yeah?
Okay.
Come at it from a better angle. Tell me how to avoid having to do a controlled stop or emergency stop, yeah?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because every trainer asks them questions, yeah? And you're always going to get the same two answers, but you might as well use the opportunity to educate me instead of asking me the two questions. And I know the two questions you're going to ask me. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you did.
And you're going to get the same answer from every, from every trainer.
Okay.
And from the SE, but you can use this as a bit of education instead, yeah. So how can I avoid having to do control stops, yeah?
Right. Okay. Okay, Tony. Going to be doing a controlled stop today, emergency stop. You should never really have to do an emergency stop because you'll be looking well ahead and planning and keeping your distance and seeing what's behind. So if something did come up, i.e. a kiddie ran into the road, you'd be able to react because you'd have been going at, first of all, a speed relative to the area and the conditions. Two, you'll be planning well ahead and looking well ahead, so you might see the little fella come running out of the house, so you'd be able to stop beforehand. But some occasions they are unavoidable, and today I will show you how to do one safely and correctly. Okay, so
yeah, I think I read somewhere, and when I studied for my theory and I was reading my essential skills,
well done.
I must be able to stop in a distance I can see to be clear, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
That's a mad one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a mad one. Do you know your stopping distances at all?
I do, yeah.
Yeah? So if we're going 30 miles an hour...
Oh, 75 feet.
75 feet, well done. So you'd have to be... That'd be quite well ahead, wouldn't it, before you stop? But... I'm sorry, waffled on about that there.
Yeah, I think I worked it at about 6 car lengths.
Yeah, that's right. It's important that we get our foot off that gas and onto the brake as quickly as possible, because each second is a foot. So if you imagine your 2-second delay, that's 2 foot, and that 2 foot could kill that kiddie. So it's important that when you feel you have to do it, off the gas, straight onto the brake, and then a controlled clutch stop, if that's possible. I'm not worried too much about your clutch stop because I'd rather you stop and stall than worry about your clutch and hit somebody. So it's important when we do this that you keep your hands on the steering wheel and that you keep the steering wheel straight. We could skid. Or most cars now are fitted with what's called ABS and ABS braking.
Absolute braking, is it?
ABS, anti-braking system. Sorry. What it means is the anti-lock braking system. So what it means is when you put the brake down, the mechanism will come into play and it will stop you skidding. But you'll be able to steer the wheel, and control the wheel if you happen to skid. If you did skid and you turn and you're skidding to the right, I want you to imagine that there was a bus. Where would you turn the wheel to avoid the bus? you wouldn't turn it towards the bus, would you?
No.
No, you turn it away from the
hit a
bus.
bus, am I?
No, exactly. So if you did skid and you was heading towards the bus, you turn away from the bus. That's probably the best way to describe it, rather than going to anything technical with you.
And if I was...
And if you were skidding towards that car, you would steer away from the car. Does that make sense to you?
Right, yeah. I didn't quite understand it in the essential skills. It says if the car is skidding to the right, you steer in the direction of the skid.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get technical.
Yeah.
Because if you're heading towards the bus, your automatic reaction is going to be to head away from the bus.
That makes sense.
Yeah. When we do come to what I'll do before we actually do this manoeuvre, I will look behind to make sure it's clear, so you don't have to worry about that, because I don't want you looking in your mirrors at all. So the only time I'm going to tell you not to look in your mirrors, because you won't have time to look in your mirrors. So I'll look behind, but I don't want you to anticipate that as me going to be doing it, okay? So you just carry on as normal, and then what I'll say is, don't check your mirrors, you haven't got time. And then I will put my hand up, I'll put my right hand up, and I will say stop. And at that time, I want you to...
Where you can put that hand up? I hope it's nowhere personal.
No, I'll put my hand up like this and say stop. Then I want you to take your hand, take your foot off the brake.
Just underneath there.
There.
Yeah?
Just there, I'll say stop. Okay. And I want you to take your foot off the brake, off the gas, onto the brake. Keep your hand on the wheel. Put the clutch down. And then we'll put the handbrake on. And we'll do effective observations all around before we move off again. And it's important we also check our blind spot, because little Johnny, who you've just stopped for, his mum might come running out. And if you move off before she's... you've looked, you might knock her over instead of him, okay? Now it's important that we do put our handbrake on, because we could do the emergency stop on a bit of a hill, and we don't want to roll back and get his brother, do we? So you stop, put your handbrake on, you take a breather, because it can be a bit...
It's like buying one, get one for free, isn't it?
Yeah. Buy two of them, yeah. Anyway, any questions so far?
No, I don't think so.
So it's basically, I mean, it's all about quick reactions. But it's the most...
quick reactions.
Quick reactions.
Oh, right.
But the most important
I've read
thing,
that word. I've read that phrase.
quick reactions.
Yeah, it's an essential skill, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we do it, I want to see how quick your reactions are. So we'll go for a little consolidation.
All right, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So no need to turn the engine on or anything. So pretend we're going down just cover your gas. Don't press it. Just cover the gas. Imagine we're going down the road, 30 miles an hour. I'm going to say stop. And I want to see how quick you go from the gas to the brake pedal.
Right.
Okay? So 1, 2, 3, stop. Good. That was good. That was very good, actually. Very quick reaction. Yeah. Should we try it once more? Don't look at the pedals, though. Look ahead.
Yeah, you kind of gave me a heads up when you're going to do it by counting me in there, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Okay, we won't do that then. I won't let you know. So we're going down the road, and all of a sudden, a car's come flying out of this driveway, and I'm going to say stop. No, it's a bit slow then. You hesitated slightly.
You didn't count me in, did you?
No, you didn't want. I didn't want to count you in, because you'd have been ready for it then.
That's unfair.
But you had a little pause there. That pause could have been 1 foot difference between hitting that kiddie or not hitting that kiddie, or hitting that car or not hitting that car. Well, it was about half a second, 1 second, wasn't it? Half a second there.
Is that all I travel, 1 foot?
Oh, at 30 miles an hour? No. 30 miles an hour, 3 car lengths, I'm guessing. Sorry, I'll have to look at the years about that one. So should we try that once more then?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going down the road, 20 miles an hour, maybe this time. Car comes shooting out of the corner there, and I'm going to say, stop. That's much better. Much better. What I want you to do now is when I say stop, I want you to put the brake press the brake pedal and then put the clutch down.
All right.
When I say so. Okay?
Yeah.
So, stop, clutch.